Most people think unforgettable intimacy is about intensity. But the truth is, what makes someone truly remember you has nothing to do with speed or force. It's about awareness, emotional connection, and how deeply you make them feel understood in the moment. Emotional connection is the first and most important layer of any intimate experience, because without it, physical actions lose meaning very quickly. When two people feel emotionally disconnected, even the most physical closeness feels empty or forgettable. But when there is emotional alignment, everything becomes amplified. It's about presence, attention, and understanding. When you genuinely focus on her emotions, when you respond to her energy instead of just reacting physically, you create a sense of safety and trust. That emotional safety allows her to relax fully into the moment, which naturally deepens connection. It is not about doing something specific, but about being fully aware of her emotional state and responding in a way that feels natural and intentional. That awareness creates a bond that lingers long after the moment is over. Slow pacing is powerful because it creates anticipation, and anticipation is one of the strongest psychological intensifiers of experience. When everything happens too quickly, the mind doesn't have time to fully process emotions or sensations, which makes the moment feel rushed and forgettable. But when you slow down, you allow emotions to build gradually. This creates a deeper sense of engagement, where every second feels more meaningful. Slowness also communicates control and confidence, which are naturally attractive traits. It shows that you are not rushing for an outcome, but instead fully experiencing the moment. That patience changes the emotional tone completely, making everything feel more intense without needing anything extreme. Awareness of touch and interaction plays a major role in how deeply an experience is felt. The way you guide or connect physically is less about technique and more about intention. When your actions feel thoughtful rather than random, it creates a sense of trust. That trust makes the other person more open emotionally and physically. It's about being mindful of how your presence affects her and adjusting naturally based on her comfort and reactions. This responsiveness creates a silent communication that strengthens connection without words. Synchronization is another powerful factor because humans naturally seek harmony in shared experiences. When two people are emotionally and physically in sync, everything feels smoother and more connected. This doesn't happen through force, but through attention and adjustment. When you align with her energy, instead of trying to control the moment, it creates flow. That flow is what makes experiences feel memorable, because the brain associates harmony with emotional depth and satisfaction. Gentle guidance builds comfort because it reduces uncertainty. When someone feels guided rather than confused, they feel more secure in the moment. That security allows deeper relaxation, which enhances emotional connection. It's not about control in a strict sense, but about providing direction in a calm and reassuring way. That balance of leadership and softness creates trust, which is essential for deeper bonding. Variation in interaction keeps the mind engaged because predictability reduces emotional intensity. When everything is the same, the brain stops paying attention as deeply. But when there are subtle changes in rhythm, timing, or energy, it creates curiosity. That curiosity keeps the mind active and emotionally involved. It's not about randomness, but about small shifts that maintain interest and presence. Being aware of reactions is one of the most important skills in any close interaction because it shows emotional intelligence. When you notice subtle changes in energy, expression, or comfort and respond accordingly, it creates a feeling of being understood without needing words. That level of attention makes the experience feel personal and unique. It shows that you are not just focused on your own experience, but fully engaged with hers. Confidence in movement and behavior plays a huge role in attraction because uncertainty breaks emotional flow. When someone moves or acts with hesitation, It creates instability in the interaction. But when actions are calm and certain, it creates a sense of reliability. That reliability makes the other person feel safe and more connected. Confidence doesn't mean dominance. It means steadiness and calm control over your presence. Rhythm is often more important than intensity because rhythm determines emotional flow. When interactions follow a natural rhythm, everything feels more connected and meaningful. If rhythm is inconsistent or chaotic, it breaks emotional engagement. A steady flow allows the mind to relax and fully experience the moment instead of analyzing it. Balance between softness and strength creates emotional depth because extremes often feel one-dimensional. When someone is only soft, the experience may lack excitement. When someone is only intense, it may feel overwhelming. But when both qualities are balanced, it creates emotional richness. That combination allows comfort and attraction to exist at the same time. Presence is perhaps the most underrated factor because modern distractions often take people out of the moment. When you are fully present, without thinking ahead or being distracted, everything becomes more meaningful. The other person can feel that attention, and it creates a sense of importance. Presence amplifies everything else, making even simple moments feel deeper. Finally, the way an experience ends often leaves the strongest emotional imprint. The mind tends to remember the last feeling most vividly. When a moment ends with calmness, connection, and emotional awareness, rather than abrupt separation, it creates a lasting impression. That final emotional tone becomes the memory that stays. And when you understand all of this together, you realize something powerful. Unforgettable connection is never about doing more. It's about being more aware, more present, and more emotionally in tune. Because that is what truly stays in someone's memory long after the moment is gone.